we could ask this question. And this is something I could have a whole podcast episode about. Was how fucking vintage cartoons specifically from the year 2003 were. How there are like some really damn good ones. So I could ask, what is your favorite cartoon that you watched from 2003? And then you could try to guess a cartoon, and I could tell you if it's from 2003, or we could look at the Wikipedia page on cartoon.
I'd rather look it up.
Does it have to be 2003, or could it be like 2004?
It could be around that area of time, but
I have
the
my
weird
answer.
thing that I've found is that
I know your answer.
I know you do.
you know how people say like yeah okay, well, okay, you know how people say like, oh, you know, someone drinks some wine and they're like, oh yes, the 1610 Merlot, what a good year, a good vintage, and then they're like, oh yes, like 1984, like a good year for film. Like 2003 was like an excellent year for like American / Canadian / French, because Code Lyoko's in there. Year for animated kids shows.
I know about.
It was also a really good year for video games, honestly.
Yeah.
I know about 5 of them.
Are we ruling out Teen Titans?
No.
Well, that is an obvious example. So
you
like
took my answer, Paul.
Billy and Mandy came out in 2003.
Yeah.
No, I was just looking at that. That is like the archetypical Korean show. They had a statue in the airport when I got there.
Is it?
I think it's Japanese.
No,
actually.
it's Korean.
Japanese.
Fuck you.
Bobobo?
Oh, really? It's a Korean anime?
Pororo is Korean. Believe me.
Wait, Bobobo?
They plaster him everywhere and are proud of it.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing. What are you
I
talking
said
about?
Pororo.
No, I'm saying Bobobo.
Oh, is Bobobo on there? Sorry.
Bobo.
The
That
one where
is
the guy kills people with his nose
Yeah, that
hairs.
was pretty sweet. That was 2003?
Yeah, apparently.
That was...
If I have to pick just in 2003, I have a second answer.
Okay.
But my first answer is technically from 2004.
Which is?
Actually, I have a couple from 2004.
I want to know your 2004, but we need to hear a 3.
Yeah, let's go through 3, and if you want, if there's one in an adjacent year that you also want to shout out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well.
Like, does it have to start in 2003?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
I just googled it.
Whose favorite 2003 show was Jacob Tutu?
That was such a weird one. I saw that by accident once or twice, and I was like, what is this?
Oh my god. I don't know what Kid Notorious is, but it's gonna be my rap
I don't
name.
know. All of this looks crap for anime. I could be wrong.
No, they had a remake of they had a remake of the original anime Astro Boy in 2003, and it's beautiful.
Is it worth anything? Beyond?
Yes, it's beautiful.
It looks terrible.
What are you talking about?
I
It does not look terrible. You haven't seen it.
I said looks, not is.
Oh my gosh, Futurama died in 2003. It makes me sad.
Let's see.
Okay, are we all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You can go ahead and start if you have an answer. Holy crap! My Life as a Teenage
All
Robot
right.
was 2003.
Yeah, so that was my answer, by the way.
Well, perfect.
My Life as a Teenage Robot, although Lilo and Stitch the series is also right there with it. I think they were both incredible.
I'm gonna go ahead and do mine. There's only one. Even though there's some cool stuff, I can't not choose the Clone Wars. It was beautiful and great, and it was everything I wanted out of Star Wars, and I'm a fan.
It's pretty mind-boggling to me that Clone Wars started in 2003, because my brain almost refuses to think of it as that old. Like, I'm fine thinking of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the 2003 one,
That's
as that
my
old.
answer.
which is my answer. One of my answers as well, I
Oh,
would say.
good.
And like, because it's just so excellent. But like, it's wild to think about that, especially when like yesterday, like my roommates like watching Bad Batch, and like season 7 came out like like a couple years ago or whatever. Like, I'm like, that series, Clone Wars, being that old is pretty
Yeah.
wild to me. Um,
Listen, Teen Titans though, honestly, was what I was watching for most of 2003. I think,
I didn't
yeah.
watch.
but Code Lyoko was a good show.
Oh yeah, that's a vibe.
I didn't watch any of Clone Wars till I was an adult, so.
Man.
Are we allowed to say anime?
Yeah, yeah. Feel free.
Okay, then my pick is probably if we aren't counting Teen Titans, because I was obsessed. I was on the forums. I was role playing all of that stuff. I'm going to say Full Metal Panic Fumofu.
Okay.
Oh yeah. The Full Metal Panic series is great,
but especially Fumofu, which I think might have been the first one I saw. Weirdly enough, but basically for those who aren't familiar, like the whole concept is that this like kid is like a child soldier who pilots a robot, and it's this weirdly semi-realistic like military story where he's like this mercenary saving this girl and stuff. But Fumofu was the purely comedic like episodic like spin-off, and the joke of that show was primarily that he was at a school and he like fought people with like guns and grenades and stuff. And so like he would just like shoot people like at school, and like that was the joke.
And that could be a joke back then. I mean, it could still be a joke in Japan, because what do they care? But like, yeah, no, seriously. And like, now I'm looking through the anime, and it's pretty wild. The F-Zero anime came out that year as
GP
well,
Legend.
which is such a crazy anime. Like, oh my god. And then like, also, this is not something I watched back then, but I'm not surprised it came out then. If you wanna feel bad and be edgy, you should also watch Gunslinger Girl.
That was I knew somebody that was their favorite show. It's
I couldn't make it through an episode. That's just me.
I was the same. I knew it had to have value. I just I it wasn't the right time to watch it. It was so slow.
Sonic X came out in 2003.
I was gonna say Sonic fucking X.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was between Ninja Turtles and Sonic X, and I think I liked both of them. I watched all of both of them, I think. I don't know if I think I watched the end of. Wait a second. Kirby Right Back at You. When did that came out?
It wasn't on the list, so I don't think it was. I think that was probably 2002.
So the 2004 show that totally blows everything out of the water, of course, is Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah. It's okay. I've tried to watch.
Oh, no.
I've okay, but listen, I'm sure I would have loved. I'm sure that if I gave it more of a chance, I would love it. And if I had watched it back when I was a kid, I would have loved it. But I've since tried to watch Danny Phantom once, and I just kind of fell out of it.
Nope, it's incredible. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I will die on this hill.
I'm absolutely like, I'm absolutely willing to accept me being wrong, potentially, in that regard. Because I know a lot of people love it, and I'm probably just an idiot. Also, I'm looking through the list, and I'm like, holy crap, Zatch Bell and Wolf's Rain came out in 2003.
I came really close to saying Zatch Bell, because that surprisingly kicks ass.
I forgot about Zatch Bell.
Yeah. Also, Wolf's Rain is big crying vibes.
I just saw a thing like of that, and I was like, I never saw that, and I wanted to.
I just heard it was really sad, so I didn't watch
it. Yeah, it's one of those like ones that'll come up like if you have a big enough list. Like, so when I got into anime, I like found a big list of on in an IGN article, and it was like 100 anime you have to see before you die.
100.
and I watched like every single one of
What's
them.
wrong with you?
So that's your character origin story. That makes sense.
Pretty much, yeah. And then also Shaolin Showdown
I saw that.
Came out in 2003.
That's the only one on this list that I actually followed regularly when it came out. I watched others sporadically or later on, but that's the one I did then.
Like it's amazing. I think that 2003 resonates. Like I think objectively, it's just like has such a like an impressive list, but also it resonates with me a lot as like almost like the genesis point of like really quality cartoons, because it's like well, you know, like with how old I am, like some people in here are a little older than me, some people are a little younger than me. For me, it was like when I started looking at the television and generating conscious thought in response to it, that was kind of the year.
So if we're gonna talk about best anime from 2003, that's when Full Metal Alchemist came out in Japan.
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
so
yeah, I prefer Brotherhood.
I mean, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too, but Brotherhood wouldn't have happened if
yeah.
not for Full Metal Alchemist.
You have to recognize.
I mean, the manga, though.
It's one of the kings. It's king
Well, she wasn't even done with the manga when the first anime was coming out.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, I need to finish I need to finish the manga." And they were like, can we keep going with the anime?" And she was like, "Fine." And I remember she was like, "Yeah, where they went with the anime was actually pretty interesting to me, but I just went a different direction with
Yeah.
it."
It wasn't the worst filler ending.
Oh yeah, no.
That goes to Soul Eater.
Same.
I enjoyed the filler ending, but the manga is way better.
That's what I hear. I can't remember if I ever finished it though.
I don't know what Green is, but I'm gonna watch it.
Is it anything like Red Green?
No, I don't know.
It's definitely not. That was a hillbilly variety show. Don't ask. It was actually pretty solid.
So this podcast has become a 2003 nostalgia podcast.
We're not even like really like adding a lot of like valuable commentary.
We're just being like,
"Oh yeah, that one kicked ass." Like, oh yeah, like what else like could I even really say about this? Like, oh, the My Little Pony, but not the new one, the old one, the 2003 one came out. Not the one that anyone actually had any genuine like interest in, but just like, oh, another girl's cartoon, I guess.
Not the one that started getting weird men involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those weird men, so like, it's a great show.
Yeah.
Haven't you like not even gotten through the first season?
Me?
Yeah, or is that Chris now?
No, I watched the first like 4 or 5 seasons.
I've gotten to like the second or third season, I think.
Dude, that was my comfort show in the dark times.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I mean, I've seen every episode. So
was that just a like?
Oh, I just outed myself.
Did you commit sin? And then it was like, no, my wife.
Wait, what?
It was like Genesis. It was like Adam and Eve in the garden. What have you done?
Wait, what are you talking about?
It was like that moment just resonated to me as like, and then God came into the garden and was like, wait, so Adam, haven't you only seen like the first season of My Little Pony? And then he was like, no, that was not me, Lord. Like, that was my wife.
For some reason, I'm very serious about how much content I've consumed.
Still, you guys gotta watch the rest of that show.
Watching My Little Pony, my wife did.
Dude, I'm about next time you guys visit, we're gonna binge My Little Pony.
I'm okay with that.
I always wanted to watch more, but it just never happened.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a wholesome cartoon like weekend coming up, since we just beat like the weirdest video game ever.
Yeah, it's true. we may need that exorcism.
What's the weirdest video game ever?
Deadly Premonition, and I highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's garbage, but man, is it good.
But it's also a masterpiece, and my mind has been completely changed about it, and I'm like, this is actually a really amazing game.
Yeah, it had a really good ending.
What platform?
I'm just looking at people's names.
It's just really bad, like, performance-wise. And
yeah, it's technically one of the most, like, critically, like, debated video games of all time. Like, there's a Guinness World Record about it, apparently.
I didn't even know that. But my favorite is the fact that we had a boss battle, and the final cutscene of the boss, like, dying just completely glitched out the entire screen and blinded us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, is there supposed to be lightning that's, like, making it impossible to see? No, there was not.
Yeah, I was 100% convinced that was supposed to be happening.
Because I took a short video of it.
I know me and Alex Croson went through a time period where our thing was finding video games from, like, the PS1, PS2 era that had horrible voice acting. Because
this one's PS3.
There's some bad.
But it might as well be PS2 or PS1.
Yeah. The graphics are horrendous.
Oh, that song that I realized was actually in like English. That, like, I thought it sounds like gibberish.
I still don't believe you that it's English. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it.
Like, you cannot understand a single word of it. And then I was, like, listening in the credits, and I'm like, they're speaking words, like, somehow.
I'm not convinced.
All right, well, before we get to 25 minutes on this recording, I guess we can start this episode of Teen Titans Roll. Okay. So last time you guys ended with Robin trying to shoot a laser at Slade and hit him with it, but it missed, and then he jumped up and they were now facing off. But before we return to them, the rest of the team had it seemed that you guys were rushing back to the tower as you received a communique telling you that you had been compromised and you had nanoscopic probes in your bloodstream. So, Cyborg, if you would like to confirm this, you can enhance the sensors to try to scan for these.
I absolutely would. I attune my scanners to high degree, looking intently at my body, and or maybe somebody else's. No, they're women. I should not.
Well, okay. So you have to build like you've got the exact, like, you've gotten a recommendation in that email to scan along certain radio frequencies, but you're going to actually have to, like, quickly construct the whole ass like thing, like, you know, to scan like a big contraption, if you will.
Just to scan it or to get rid of it?
Just to scan it. Now, you could try to get rid of it, but the thing with...
I wouldn't know it's gone unless I could scan it.
Yeah, well, you got to scan for it first to isolate these.
All right.
Getting rid of it might be a longer process.
Well, I suppose you're probably right. It's definitely part of the process that needs to happen, so...
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check, you say? Okay.
Yes. Also, you're not really convinced that you can construct this big thing and successfully scan and do maintenance and like little things like that while like having it scan yourself. So you need to have it scan someone else. In the episode, it's Beast Boy, and they just completely like wave over the potentially awkward issue of put weird suction cups on your female friends by just putting it on Beast Boy.
But now I just have him in the left. Oh no. That's a 21.
Okay. Yeah. So who is sitting in the chair with the bunch of wires and weird big helmet on
them? Honestly, I'm kind of afraid to touch Raven, so I think it's going. I asked Starfire that said, would you be willing to do this? I'm gonna have to put stuff all over you. It's gonna be really annoying, but somebody has to do it, and well, the other one's Raven.
For the scanning procedure, it'd probably just mostly be on the face, but lots of machine.
Yeah.
If it will help us find Robin, then yes, I will allow this.
It's what we have to do. All right, I hook her up.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. So, what happens is, after a little bit, you use the advanced scanning components, and you find that yes, and you can project it onto the big screen in the tower, that there are these little probes in all of your bodies, and you see them on the screen there. They're like these little robots. I think they have a little S symbol for Slade.
They did in the show, yeah.
Which is a little creepy, violating. But anyway,
it's a visual
there's
aid
these little
visual aids.
Yeah, it's for visual aids or being like 8 and watching a cartoon. Oh no, it's Slade's robots. Anyway, but yeah, they're all these little robots, and they're like, they have these little prongs, and they're connected to like a ton of blood cells throughout each of your bodies.
That's a Slade virus. He's inside of us.
God, I hate you said that.
Oh my
god. I have a moment that goes between panic and starting to wonder at how I'm gonna get these things out of there. I just start pacing and holding my head.
Do you think that Slade is also inside of Robin?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that he's gotten inside Robin. No.
Perhaps that is why Robin is.
You're all going to jail.
He may even be in both Robin and Beast Boy.
I did not consent to this.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Shut up!
Slade can do things that okay, I could probably do what Slade does, but I you know what? I'm a decent person.
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the DM a fine, or your character dies.
Violated something.
All right, we have to get this stuff out of there. I mean, I have to think that this in us has to be one of the reasons that Robin's being held, and it just takes away one of Slade's major tools. We have to do this. I'm going to my lab.
So
which is here.
Right. Well, so Cyborg, you think that given how many probes are in just Starfire who you scanned, you can assume there's about the same amount in the rest of you, and filtering these out would probably take a good chunk of time. You could spend that amount of time, but it's just an equation of, if you spend that amount of time, it's that much longer that Beast Boy and Robin are in the clutches of Slade, and it could take away a bargaining chip that he has against them, but it will take a while, and who knows,
Okay.
Maybe if something happens and he finds out, he could activate them prematurely before you have.
If I blow an MP3, MP3. If I, you know what I mean, what am I talking about here? EMP.
EMP.
Will it kill them all and we'll just poop them out?
So here's the thing: they are so small, and they are covered by, like, it's almost as minute a question of, like, when someone puts off an EMP to take out the electricity in a town, why doesn't everyone's, like, bioelectricity turn off and they all flop to the ground dead?
It's like that.
Like it's being shielded just by the fact that, like, they're very small. It might be too small for an EMP to pick out, and it's being, like, shielded by all your meaty bits, your skin and blood and musculature and stuff.
Can I block the signal transmitter that will be going to these things to set them off?
You could try to do that. You have the radio interference, that's coming out on the nanoscopic scale. You could try to interfere with that signal. It would be a check, and it would probably be a pretty hard check because you don't know everything about this technology.
Can I use Flash of Genius on something that's already an intelligence check? Do you know? I'd have to look. I think so. You're right.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Where's my book?
Because it adds your intelligence.
Ah, there it is. Tasha's.
Oh wow, he's looking in a book, an actual book.
Yeah, I do that. Okay. The same reason I don't believe in using D&D Beyond. I think it's stupid.
I was, like, never, like, interested in it as a product anyway, so I have no subscription that I need to cancel. Yeah. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay, so super intelligence, Shizwoo.
Yeah, it just costs your reaction anytime you use it. So, but I think you can double your intelligence.
All right, well, let's do this, Shiznit. I'm gonna try and make a signal transmitter that, one way or another, if it's our solution or not, it'll be valuable. Okay, that is a 35.
Well, that's good, because that was about the difficulty range, because I knew you could roll something that high. All right, well, so you build this you basically, that, like, each one is transmitting a signal, right, and is presumably, like, it receiving signal back, like, if there's a command for them to do something, to activate or deactivate, they would receive a signal. You have that frequency, and so what you can do, you would really like to get to the transceivers themselves, but there's there's like a billion of them, and they're inside y'all's bodies. What you can do is create an active jamming frequency that will allow you to make for that, I will allow you to make when its attempts to be activated, you can make an intelligence check at advantage to interrupt the signal. And if you successfully roll against it will, like, the signal won't get through. It'll be jammed. And successfully. It's not a surefire thing, but it is a reliable like anti signal.
And if I fail, we get to have Aquaman on the team.
Yeah.
Become the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What? Okay.
Who's hungry?
My one of my housemates watches that a lot, and it is quite a fascinating thing from a psychological perspective.
It's bewildering, and I love it.
It is, yeah, it's just legitimately bewildering. Okay, so yeah, you guys have that successfully done. So what are you guys doing? Do you want to try to head back to the area where you think Slade's hideout is and try to find it?
What was that whole the thing that Batman gave us? Was it just coordinates to find the nanobots, or was it a set of coordinates around the city?
Well, it told you about the nanobots, and it gave you a general it gave you general coordinates, and but like not a massively general, like much more specific coordinates for where the hideout is. And he also sent you a very sophisticated search pattern algorithm for basically, like, it cuts out certain things. It cross references with like blueprint official Jump City blueprints that about the sewer system, like this is that, so it's not likely that's too small, so basically you think you could find it pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try the technology route before we go back to the last place we saw him.
Well, okay, but hold up, we're a team, so like are we not?
Yeah.
So wait, what's your approach? Are we not going to save them?
Yes, but we're going to try and save them quicker by figuring out where they are before we go.
Oh, okay. I thought we had coordinates.
Oh, that.
Well, I mean, you can do it on the move. You can do it on your.
Hey, I like that. Okay.
Computer, yeah.
Let's do that. Do we have anything else we need to plan for before we go, or are we just going to trust in our signal transmitter and the knowledge that we have? That's about all I got.
If Robin is someplace, I wish to go to where he is and free him.
Yeah, I do too, Starfire. I do too. I just want to make sure we can do it once we get there. We have multiple modes of telepathy. We have flight when they are not that good at flying. We have minions. They have minions. Well, I don't got anything else, so I think we should go, unless we just want to spend forever in here trying to kill these bugs.
I just realized they have fucking blink dogs.
But you...
they're fine. Let's just stay here and watch TV.
I can fight Robin, but I don't think I can fight Twinkie.
Is there a way to... Do we know how he got those things into us? No, we don't. But I like the idea of reverse engineering them, putting some inside Slade, and then when he triggers it, that whatever happens to him.
Starfire just like shivers and just like looks away.
Okay, let's put that as a plan C. Let's just go.
Okay, all right. So you guys head off back to the sewers to try to find the hideout. In the meantime, while they are doing that, all right, I am going to need you, Robin, and you, Beast Boy, to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, lasers.
Okay.
So while we do this, I have a question. Did we get a long rest at all?
You guys are using the resources that you would have already used, except for Beast Boy with being like all exhausted and stuff, because that was just like a narrative, like this is how you learn how to. Yeah.
Would the shape changes that I did with training with Slade still be on my character sheet?
I want to say from like, because they're just like a narrative thing. I want to say no, even though saying yes wouldn't really probably like, because you can convert spells into
I can
wild shape. So, yeah, I mean, I guess he would want to keep you like exhausted and a little cowed. So, I'm not. Yeah, sure. Yeah, each one used 2 wild shape uses.
Gotcha.
But you can like bonus action convert spell slot into wild shape use if you want to.
Yeah. So it would take 2 spell slots to transform into a
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Indeed. All right, now I'm going to roll his initiative. Oh my god.
Yes!
He's going to die. Slade's going to die. I really want to give myself a him using dodge with key point, but I'm not going to do it. He hasn't gotten the opportunity yet. So, all right, we've got okay, we've actually got Beast Boy first with a 19.
Ooh. Okay. I am going to change into an earth elemental.
All right, you friggin' son of a bitch. Yeah, a bunch of wankers.
Where'd Constantine come from all of a sudden? Oh, we have Constantine on our side too?
Look, if Slade dies, you can find a fancy way of bringing him back as a robot or something.
Or as a zombie, which the actual show already
Listen, Slade, you taught me how to do this. You ready?
I know. Oh my god. Okay, so let's get this going. All right, so you turn into an elemental, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you turn into an earth elemental. Earth elementals are large, I think.
Yeah.
In size. So you should be like that. And yeah, Slade is there. Was that your bonus action?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, what would you like to do?
What can I do? Let me see.
Big green rock.
I guess I will slam him twice with
all right.
Yeah.
My multi-attack.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam.
So I roll up and I punch. Oh!
Oh my god. Oh no.
Second one's an 18.
Kill Slade.
Okay, yeah, so the natural 20 will hit.
Okay. So it's 2d8 plus 5. I'm rolling 4d8 plus 5. That's 27 for the nat 20.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, this basically just influences whether he'll use certain things before or later. How much he to use a term from the kind of from the versus community on the internet, how much he jobs, how much he smack talks or kind of bullshits around versus how much he just goes, oh.
I bet Slade has
All
legendary
right.
and layer actions.
I bet he has power.
Not if I smash him first. All right, and also 13 with the second attack.
The second one does not hit.
Oh, it didn't?
That was an 18.
18?
Yeah, no.
Ooh, okay.
No.
So, yep, just 27 then.
Okay. Just 27.
And then is the ground earth? Because I'm gonna go into it.
The ground is.
No, wait. He could probably punch me still as a reaction.
The ground is. The ground is like stone, so you could phase into it with Earthglide. Yeah, I think moving would trigger it. Yeah. So like you're moving and you move down.
Yeah.
So
I guess I can't go into the ground like still in his attack range. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, like as you like start to shift down, he would like attack you, I guess.
That's okay. I'll just stare him down.
All right. Cool. All right. So that is your turn. Robin, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm far enough away from Slade right now. I'm going to move back a little bit more and shoot at him with my laser.
A 13 will not hit. And a 14 will not hit. You fire the 2 blasts at Slade, but he weaves out of the way.
I'm going to take a bonus action dodge.
Okay. Fair enough. He gets smacked with that big hit from the Earth Elemental. He sees those big lasers, and that is his first priority. He is going to use a key point to use Step of the Wind to disengage and go over to you, Robin, and he's going to try to attack you. This is going to be a grapple attempt. He grabs at your arm, and he grabs the arm with the blaster on it and twists it so that you're kind of like in that position where he has you kind of like go down to the ground a little bit as he's twisting your arm. And then he's going to use his second attack, his second roll to attack. And if he hits, it won't do damage to you. It will just break the device on your wrist.
Disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that is correct. Well, so then the grapple attempt should also be at disadvantage because it's a type of attack roll. So let me just re-roll that to see if he would have missed you. I mean, he didn't have to get that great. He still would have gotten you because you only rolled a 10 total. Because you rolled a net 1. But the second one also has disadvantage to try to hit your. Wow, I rolled the same thing twice. He rolls a 29. Oh yeah, I rolled that one in the open the second time. He rolls a 29. Rolls. You don't take damage from this attack because he's only aiming to crush the blaster that's in your hand.
Of course.
And he has you in this way. He grabs you, twists your arm, and then crushes the blaster. And he says, Robin, you think just because there's 2 of you and you have an advantage that you can take me down? That is really the disappointing difference between the 2 of us. You run around trying to stop me and trying to discover the machinations of that mysterious vampire from the government. but you would struggle with even one of us. And you know nothing of the forces that seek to manipulate you. And then he actually, even though he has you grappled, he actually like lets you go. He kind of like pushes you off a little bit. And also, you guys can respond. You can respond at any point as well to his jabs. So, Robin, if you wanted to respond, you could do so before Beast Boy takes his turn.
Not yet.
I can just go. I don't know. I don't think. Do they speak? I don't think they speak.
They speak Terran.
I said something really funny in Terran. I want to go under the ground, and I want to earth glide past him and Robin, Robin, and I want to come up behind him.
All right, yeah, you can do so.
And I want to hit him twice again.
All right. Yep, you have advantage because you are flanked.
23 to hit for the first one.
That will hit.
And 19 to hit.
That will not hit.
17 points of damage.
All right, you hit him again with this across the back. This mighty, this mighty arm.
I look down at the broken laser, and just kind of like smirk for a second. I don't need that to take you down. Not when I have my friends. And I come in with a haymaker straight at his face. That's a 26.
Okay, a 26 will hit.
And I'm going for a stunning strike.
He rolls a 27 to resist the stunning strike.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I'm going to hit him again.
All right.
That's a 28.
That will hit.
Go for another stunning strike.
All right. He will roll again.
Yeah, get him, Robin.
He rolls a 27 again.
Oh.
I rolled the same roll again. Yeah, he resists.
Flurry of blows.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make 2 more unarmed attacks.
On the last hit, I use the momentum to fling up in the air and do a double kick.
All right, nice.
That's a 20.
That will miss.
And a 28.
The 28 will hit.
Stunning strike.
Oh, also, we need to do damage on each of these.
Yeah, we'll do it afterwards.
Okay, fine.
There's 3.
All right. So, there's 3 that hits. I'll roll for the 3rd stunning strike.
It's not important right now.
A 24 on the list. So he resists all the stunning strikes, but you do get damage for each of those.
31 points of damage.
31. Respectable. All right. You slam into him, so you hit him, and then you swing up, kicking at him, and you pelt into him, but you don't manage to get to his nerve clusters. He seems to block and guard those too well. But he does look. It does look like you're hurting him. All right. So, all right, and so you say that to him, and now it is his turn. And he actually seems to be getting pretty angry, which is not like you've never been able to like unbalance him to this degree before. And he goes, he actually, as you kick up at him, part of his mask cracks a little bit. And he goes,
part of his crap, what?
his crap masks a little bit. So, and he goes, "You're going to wish you hadn't done that." A 27 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
12. Nope.
Nope, that will not do it. Okay. You are stunned. So he's going to then devote the rest of his stuff to trying to stun this fucking rock elemental, which will be pretty difficult. But he's going to do it. So he has his second regular attack. He rolls a 23 against you, Beast Boy, which I think should hit you.
Yeah.
13 points of bludgeoning damage, although I know that's reduced because you're resistant as an earth elemental.
It is.
But I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What's half of 13 round down? That would be
It's probably 6. Just like the yeah.
Oh,
12.
Cool. 6 damage. Yeah. That's a big walking damage. Okay.
So yep, go ahead and
Constitution.
Yeah. Which is pretty good for you guys.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
That is unfortunately not enough.
What is this categorized? Is it paralyzed or
you are stunned? And part of the stunned condition includes a few things.
Because I'm immune to, as an earth elemental, I'm immune to paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and unconscious.
Interesting.
And exhaustion.
Stunned. So stunned is a stunned creature is incapacitated. Incapacitated, which means that you can't take actions or reactions, and it's not the paralyzed condition. And then also stunned means you automatically fail strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage. So the interesting thing about stunned is it's not even just paralyzed. It's like he's manipulating your ki. It's not even that he hits you that hard. It's that he hits you in this way that like disrupts the flow of energy throughout your body, and you seize up. All right. So after doing that, he successfully stunning you with his first attempt at doing that. He turns back to Robin. He's going to focus more on Robin. Just abusing Robin. Okay.
Joey seemed so happy about that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Also, he has advantage because you're stunned. Not that he needed it. He rolled a natural 20. You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jeez.
And he and on his last unarmed strike, he's just going to make that a shove. He's just going to shove you to the ground with that. I think that with a shove is like grappling. It should be a check, which is the weird thing about stun is that it doesn't give you disadvantage on checks, just saving throws. But he's still going to just try to shove you down.
So what am I doing to resist that?
An athletics or acrobatics check. So he pushes you to the ground and you fall prone as you're stunned. And as he's doing this, he's like delivering these blows, just like boom, 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 boom. And he says to you, I have much to teach you, but the first thing you have to learn is gratitude. And you're stunned, so you can only like speak falteringly, I believe. But you can kind of like try to respond. Now, both of you guys are stunned. It's the bottom of the round, so you don't become unstunned until the end of his turn. So it will go around the round, with you guys just kind of like struggling there. And he will then continue on and say, he grabs your head, Robin, and he kind of just like grinds it into the ground further. He says, I made you my apprentices. All my knowledge, all my power, all for you. But the only thing you care about is your worthless little friends. and he grabs you, and because you can't resist the saving throw, he fucking yeets you, Robin, up into the upper level as his action. He like throws you up into the sky, and you're like, ah, and you land like up amongst the gears up there. And that's his action. So, and then he's gonna use his movement, his like running and teleporting and stuff, to pursue you up there. So that's what he does with that round where he had that advantage. It comes up to the next round. Beast Boy, you are unstunned, but they are both gone up to the next level, and you are down there below.
Okay. Okay, let me see. I believe an air elemental can fly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna bonus action shift into an air elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And what can they do? They can also slam. So I'm gonna move into his space and whirlwind.
He rolls an 18.
Yeah.
So, alright, so he's not flung, and he will take half the damage.
Ooh, okay, so half of 7 is...
3.
3 bludgeon damage. I'm guessing that's my...
That's your action. Yeah. It recharges. It has a chance to recharge.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of attacking. So you gust up there. It's this wisp of greenish air, and you create a gust around him, but he stands firm. And as the wind just gusts around you guys, you're pretty much again in like this flanking position. But you're up in these rafters amongst these gears and things. Well, there's gears all around you. You're on this platform. And Robin, since it's your turn, you're prone because you were just thrown up here, but you can use your movement to stand up.
I'm going to stand back up. And so the air elemental is around Slade right now?
Well, it's like it's like
I'm in his
it's
space
like it's kind of occupying his space, but you're still like flanking. Also, you see that next to you, there's this big like junction, like this control box with this bunch of levers for the different the different gears and the machines and stuff. And they're about the right length and size, like to constitute like like your staff, which you don't have with you because he took that from you, but you could break one of these off and have a staff if you wanted to, which would do a little more damage than your unarmed strikes, I believe, if you hit him.
If it's a quarter staff?
Yeah, because if you use 2 hands, it's a D8.
Yes.
Right now, your martial arts die is only a D6.
So, first I'm going to pull out my S Insignia Exploding Shuriken.
Mm-hmm.
And first I want to throw it at his wrist that has the control on it.
Okay, you throw it. All right, so that is that an attack roll?
That's going to be an attack roll, yes.
Okay.
That's going to be...
And it does the damage and then it explodes. Is that correct? Is that how I gave it to you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a... Never mind.
Okay. Just... Deflect misses.
Oh, dang it all. Stinking monk.
When you're hit by a ranged attack, so it's actually better that you missed. Because otherwise he would have fucked you with that. Alright.
I mean, I feel like he could catch that, right? He could still catch it and throw it back to me, right?
Well, the deflect missiles, I'm just being fair to you right now. I'd love to throw a bomb back in your face, but...
Listen, I'll just deflect it right back at him.
That would be funny.
Then since I missed, I'm going to snap off the stick.
All right, that will take another one of your like attack portions. You basically attack it as you grab it, and you attack it with your foot and break it off, and you like twirl it around. You could use your bonus action if you want to attack more this turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action to attack. Can I use the staff, or do I have to use if I go into flurry of blows? It has to be unarmed strikes.
Oh yeah, flurry of blows has to be unarmed strikes.
Let's just go with the flurry of blows this time. Then
all right.
17. There's a 29. That's a natural 20.
Ooh. So that's the only one that will hit.
And since I've been forgetting, since he's within range of one of my allies, I also get my sneak attack damage. Which I forgot
shit.
last
you're
time.
A rogue. Oh fuck.
It's not that much. Not that kind of rogue yet.
It's still doubling,
So 18 points of damage.
And you throw this thing, it veers off and explodes, and like this whole gear like starts like crashing down to the ground below. Doesn't seem to like that hit that he took from you. He looks at his situation though after you just hit him like that, and he says, huh. He will use his bonus action to use his shadow step, and he teleports down to the down below, back to the lower level. And you guys are looking at him. So he like teleports and then like drops a little bit, but not enough to hurt him. And he looks up at you both, kind of, observing you. Perhaps a little even impressed. But as you guys like turn your heads and you look back at him, he says, "If the Titans are so distracting to you two, despite your great potential, maybe I should just get rid of them." And he holds out in his hand that detonator, and he has his thumb over it. What would you guys like to do?
Don't do it, Slade.
Don't make me a Robin. You're the one with the power of choice right now, aren't you?
Seems like a coward way out to me.
You can't taunt me, Robin. I've been doing this a lot longer than you.
Then you shouldn't need to hold teenagers hostage.
I'm waiting for your answer. Are you two going to be responsible for their deaths? You, Beast Boy? He looks at you.
I am kind of just wavering there. And I just slowly lower to the ground.
Very wise. Robin?
I drop the stick. Just kind of like throw it down.
And I assume you kind of come down there as well.
Yeah.
So you drop down, he says, "Good boys. And from now on, I'd like you both to call me Master." And it is at that time that the rest of the team arrives. You see your two friends cow before Slade, and then he says that he would like them to call him Master. Now, I would like three of you, Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire, to roll initiative to see where you enter in this in the initiative order.
Okay.
7.
Cyborg got a 7.
You're going to be calling me Daddy before the end of this day.
Oh no. What the hell? Okay, yeah, 22 for
22
Starfire.
for Starfire.
So,
I am trying to think of something to say, but then Cyborg says that, and I'm
speechless. Well, but just like in the episode, he will be distracted from his attempt to try to humiliate these two by in the battlefield he's kind of here, and you as an air elemental are there, and Robin, you're there in front of him, but you guys enter through the door. And Starfire, yeah, you want to do like in the episode and just fucking blast the shit out of him or something else?
Well, where am I?
So you are, well, actually you're at the top of the round and it's the middle of the round. So actually, no, we'll just start at the top of a new round. Yeah, so you are, let me get your token. Okay, so you should have control of your tokens. You guys would have just exited and filed out onto this walkway. And so yeah, and distance is accurate to what it would look like.
Okay.
Slade is like 30 feet from you.
So Slade has them pinned down or something right now?
No, Slade is holding in his hand. He's holding an object in his hand, and they have descended from the level above, and they have just sort of like stood down in front of him.
Okay. I think so. What I'm going to do is I am going to use 2 sorcery points to cast Quicken Spell.
Holy fuck!
And I am going to haste myself
as like a bonus action.
As a bonus action.
Oh snap!
Fuck.
And then I am going to fly up to Slade and try and punch that thing out of his hand 3 times if I have to.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Just explodes his arm.
Yeah, I mean, if that is what it takes.
And then she just keeps punching him.
Break his arm.
Let's see, 4. That's a 20, a 20, and a 24.
The wait, are you sure the first one isn't 22?
Oh wait, is that? Yeah, that was my initiative.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So a 20, a 20, and a 24.
Yeah.
Actually, only the 24 hits.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Now you're trying to. So basically, the thing that he has in his hand, it's a thing that's attached to his wrist.
Okay.
And is like So what I did to let him break Robin's laser was grapple him first, and then use an attack that didn't do damage to break the thing. Because 5th edition is not very great at targeting objects in people's possession or things like that. That was what kind of I stipulated. So you could attack him regularly, or you could make that a grapple check if you would.
Sure, I'll make it a grapple.
Okay, so he has to roll athletics or acrobatics to resist it. So he actually rolls a 25. He just barely like pulls his arm back and kind of like twirls back and faces you.
Okay.
But as you arrive there with like blinding speed and just like throw these punches, he like his eye actually gets wide, and you feel like he's only like you're only missing him because of like his advanced experience. Like he's like stepping and dodging like purely on instinct, to avoid just being wrecked by you right now.
Okay.
All right. So if that's your turn, then Beast Boy, it is your turn. Starfire is here.
Okay. Seeing that, I am very excited, and I bonus action turn into a fire elemental, and I'm green.
Green flames.
And then I am going to go into his space.
Oh boy. Fun.
So when I touch him, I think I do 1d10 of fire damage. Now, when I first enter a creature's space. Yeah.
Yeah, he just takes that, right? I believe so.
Yeah. So he takes 4 fire damage.
All right.
And then
you can slam attack him.
Fire, I think, if he's flammable.
Yeah, he's flammable enough.
And then I'm gonna,
for now, he is not yet a hell demon that has like a flaming baton or whatever.
And then I guess am I gonna kill him? I don't know. I'm gonna touch attack him.
All right. Ooh, I'm gonna do the bad touch.
Bad touch. Okay. That's an 18 to hit. First one doesn't hit, right?
No.
Okay. Let's try again. 21.
Unfortunately, 21 is just shy of what you need.
Oh, I need a 22?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But he's on fire.
Yeah. He on fire.
He was not in me. I was in hit. Wait, that didn't make any sense.
Stop. All right. Robin, it is your turn.
I'm going to join my friends and just start pummeling him in the middle of everybody. That's ignore that one. That's a 21, so that doesn't hit. And the next one is 19.
Also, you don't have are you rolling with advantage because you can't flank him because your friend is fire?
Because my friend is fire.
Yeah.
Oh well, if I can't flank him, then I'm gonna do something different then.
Okay.
I'm going to. This probably won't work, but I'm going to back up a little bit, turn and look right at Cyborg, and meet eyes with him. Pull out an exploding disc and mouth boom.
Yeah.
And hold my action.
Oh my god! You want to do the kill cinder block?
Yeah, sweet move.
You know what? Screw Slade.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, well, so you're holding your action.
Hopefully he moves out of the way of everybody before we can do it.
All right, so you hold up that exploding disc and look Cyborg right in the eyes. It then becomes Raven's turn. Raven, with your ridiculously high passive insight, you see this look between Robin towards Cyborg and this action, and you immediately know that he is like signaling for Cyborg to do the kill maneuver, basically, as it would be known to you guys by this point.
Give us advantage.
So if you want to help, if you want to not help, it's up to you. Either way, it's your turn.
Man, I wish I could pull off Fairy Fire.
So they're gonna attack Slade with
like the overwhelmingly destructive thing that
the
puts
sonic
you
boom
all
attack that exploded Cinderblock.
What is
we know he didn't die now.
What is Slade doing? Is
he's
Slade
on fire?
Is on fire.
You know he's on fire, but what is he doing?
Well, he's standing there. He hasn't gotten to do anything yet. He's gonna be able to act right after you.
I know I want to try to what's the word? Hinder him, if possible.
Yeah.
So that he can't dodge.
Oh boy, this is the exact same. This is playing out exactly the same as what you guys did to Cinderblock. you grabbed him with telekinesis, and he couldn't move, and he was up in the air, and then he got fucking wrecked.
Robin is totally going anti-Batman. He's like, let's just fuck up all the villains now.
Has Slade been doing any verbal spells, or has he mostly been physical?
It doesn't look like he's been. Yeah, very physical.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I'll just do the telekinesis thing. That sounds fine.
Okay, yeah. So he has to you make a check, a spell check, which is going to be a d20 plus your wisdom modifier, which is 10, and he's going to have to make a contested strength check. It's basically like a super grapple. He rolled very high.
Yeah, I need the nat 20. I did not.
So unfortunately, you try to wreath him in the black energy, and he starts to be constrained by it, and then just and he bursts out of it as he like flexes his arms. It's like this anime pose as he just expels the energy around.
Stupid. I'm gonna cast Mind Thrust.
Mind Thrust? Oh yeah, you've done stuff like that in the past. It is a bonus action.
Yes,
Isn't that
and it also stops him from taking a reaction until the end of his turn.
Interesting.
Which is more what I was looking for. I'm looking for like debuffs.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So I'm gonna do that, but it also causes damage.
Yeah.
If they fail the save.
That. Oh my god! I rolled a natural 20 for a 30.
My gosh.
Jeez. He's too smart. Dude's cracked.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so he then feels this influence over his mind, but
he does take half damage still.
Oh, take half the damage. All right, so go ahead and roll the full damage, and he'll take half of that.
So 4 damage.
Okay, he takes 4 points of damage. He winces a little bit. Okay, it is now his turn. He sees all this happen. He goes, "Oh, no, you don't." He lifts up the thing. He says, "Stand down." And he presses, he says, "Stand down," as he looks at Robin. And then he presses the button. All right. So, Cyborg, yes. I would like you to make a contested Arcana check versus his Arcana check, which will basically be like a contest of like whose tech wins out.
Yeah, I'm definitely using a point of the flash of genius here.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Fair enough. His skills. He's pretty good Arcana. He's a very techie guy.
Yeah, I'm going to steal all his tech.
All right. Let's count to 3. Let's count to 3. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Holy crap.
He rolled a 19, and he rolled very low, even though he had a plus 10, and you rolled an 18 plus 18 for a 36. He presses down on the button, and you guys, the 3 of you, start to glow for a minute with this like orange light, but then you immediately, Cyborg, like put out this counter pulse as a reaction, and the light dissipates, and he's just like, he looks a little stunned. That was his that would be, he's really press button. It's like bonus action. It's an item interaction.
Did that take it out of Beast Boy too? Oh, Beast Boy doesn't have it this time. Never mind.
Beast Boy doesn't have it.
Thinking episode.
So the 3 of them, it seems that like the light is like not fully activating. It starts to dim again. But you guys start slightly glowing orange, but that's about all that happens. And let's see. Okay, so he would have used his he would have used his bonus action for that, for the item. He looks and sees that that's happened. Goes, ugh.
I look at I glance at Robin and say, just my hand forward and say, "Boom, yeah."
Okay, well, he sees the situation he is. He still has the rest of his turn. So
Robin just responds just as it happens, and that's what my friends can do.
And he is going to, he used his bonus action for that, so he can't teleport right at the moment. He's gonna try to run, even though he's gonna know he's gonna take
it takes. I'm sorry. It was in he was in my fire at the start of his turn, so he takes.
So he takes fire damage.
Yeah. Yep.
You can roll that.
Yeah, I am. Right. Just 3.
3.
Yeah.
All right.
If he moves,
he takes a little bit of
opportunity on him.
Yeah, I know, and he understands that, but it's either that or get moved. So he is going to start to move here, and then you get the attack of opportunity. And also, Beast Boy, you get an attack of opportunity as well as he moves out of your space.
Slam him.
I will explicitly state, for the record, that my attack is a non-lethal attack.
Okay. Cool.
With
cool,
fire.
Cool. You can
with
do that.
Fire.
I don't think I can do
the other one is
fire.
Yeah, no, you're fire, so you can't do that. All right. So okay. So well, Starfire definitely hits. Let's do, since this would be the order. Let's do Beast Boy.
Okay.
Beast Boy's stuff, and then Stars.
I'm trying to think. I see them charging up for this attack. I'm trying to decide if I actually want to
see this happen.
I guess I'll take my reaction. I don't know, man.
All right.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
I'm questioning taking this action, but for some reason I trust Robin. And I'm you're the leader now.
Wait. Probably not even gonna hit. Nah.
11 will not hit.
I get advantage, right?
Well, he moves to a spot where you wouldn't get advantage ultimately, so no.
Well, but he's moving out of the space.
Yeah, but so he could move here. The thing is, he could move here, and without triggering your attack of opportunity, and then he could move here, right?
Okay, so yeah, I miss.
Yeah. All right. So, but the 26 from Starfire does hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I believe that's a D8. Attack.
Well, I guess he would just move across so that he wouldn't spend as much room. Yeah. Either way.
Okay, yeah, D8 plus strength. Okay. Oh, that's the lowest roll possible, and it's a 12.
Oh boy! So you actually miss.
No! I already hit.
That's damage.
Sorry, that was damage. So yeah, no, you do 12 points of damage, which, considering what he has, he's still fairly low. I'd say that would still do this, which would be, as he tries to run past you, you swing and you just...
Wait, sorry, can I flavor this real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I envision this strike because... Okay, so I envision Raven doing this psychic attack on him and him getting briefly dazed, and I'm already up close, literally, trying to grab him. So, I imagine that I just sort of look him in the eye and, headbutt him with my head. Right...
Oh, hell yeah.
Like skull to skull. With eyes glowing green.
Yeah, he steps to move past you, but with your speed, you ram him in the forehead like some sort of Gothzarian goat or some nonsense.
Yeah, they do that.
And you hit him in the head with your head, and his mask cracks, and one side of it, the side without the eye, cracks and falls off of his face. He holds his head as he continues to run past you. He's running to this area below the stairs here. He has plenty of movement to get there. And he he has not used his action. He turns and says, let's see. He turns and looks back at the group, and he looks at Robin. He says, "Another day, Robin. Another day." And he reaches...
I throw my grenade.
Oh, you were holding your action. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
It's a dexterity saving throw. He's probably gonna evade it, but it's more for the proper send off.
Oh fuck yeah, that's true. Excellent timing, just superb.
I just picture him stop, turn around, about to say something, and the grenade's like flying at his face.
Another day, Robin. Another day. Boom. All right. Oh my. Okay. Well. So he has evasion, so he takes half the damage.
Okay. Dang. 8 points of damage. Just right to his face.
Okay. Boom. He and his mask is actually off at the moment. So in this moment, the light, you throw the grenade, it flies past the part of his face where that's unmasked Robin. And suddenly in the shadows, that portion is illuminated. It's like that scene in the Spider-Man movie where the goblin grenade goes off and he's like, oh. It illuminates his face as it also burns that one side of it. This is the side with a missing eye. You see, illuminated in contrast, you see that side of his face has an eye patch on it. His hair is sort of like this mostly brownish color, but there's a lot of white creeping into it. And he has a goatee. You notice that, and that's mostly turned to white. And for this brief moment, you see this part of his face, and you know that he doesn't see you back because that eye is missing. And he takes the damage, and then he like crumples to his knee. Ugh! And then he reaches up to this machine that was behind him. He places his hand over it, and there's this part where his fingers like insert into the machine, and he turns a dial, and the whole room starts to, all of the lights go dark. The screen that was illuminating just turns into this dull red color, and then it flashes in and out. So there's like moments where it flashes into very dim light only for a little bit of the room, and then into just complete darkness. And you guys and the gears and stuff start to crumble and collapse around all of you.
Titans, retreat!
I didn't even get a return.
I didn't even get to try to kill him.
I
well,
immediately, instinctively...
You can see a little bit because I'm glowing fire green.
Yeah, that's true. There's this other light source. And you guys do, most of you, except for Cyborg, have dark vision. So Cyborg, if you would like to still try to, like, coup de grace him...
I've got a few... the problem is I can't really see him to target...
Yeah, you would need to... You need to make a perception check this turn to try to see where he's going, and that would be done at disadvantage.
Right, hold on. I'm trying to see if I... No, I was going to see if I could use Vortex Warp on him to get him back in here, but... however, I could light him up with some Fairy Fire, so we could either follow him out of here, or just know exactly where he is. Because that's an area of effect.
That is true. If he succeeds the dex save, then he'd be fine.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good at those, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it too late for me to do anything?
Well, you already had your turn, so if we're still trying to...
I feel like I've only had one turn this whole fight.
All of us have.
All of us have. Some
Except
people just did a lot.
Hasn't even had
that. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I think I'm gonna move in his general direction and hold my action. Do I have to declare what I'm doing?
Joey, my light,
yeah,
it's a 30-foot radius, and
he's
like
really?
Just at the edge of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
can we see him?
So you would see him, Cyborg. He would still have movement on his turn. He used sorry, didn't mean to move you. He would have moved a total of 25 feet.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Sorry, Joey. It's 30-foot bright light, and then
dim light.
30-foot dim light. So yeah.
Fair enough. So you see him, Cyborg. He then, after activating the machine, he tries to he's gonna do 5, and then he has 30 more.
Gosh.
And he's gonna do 5. Hey, monks, man, they run. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's almost off the map into that greater darkness in the side.
But can I see
Is
him?
this the same turn that I already, like, he already got fire damage because he's still on fire?
Yes, he is. Oh, that is true. He is still on fire. You can see him because he's still on fire. He has not had an opportunity to pat that down yet.
This poor guy. I almost feel bad
he's
for him.
on fire.
Also, does he take damage when he's on fire on his turn?
Yes. At the beginning of his turn, he takes. Let me double check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so he took that
fire damage.
Yeah, well, so he took that when he started in your space, and then he ran over there.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. All right. So he's on fire. So yeah, you could target him with something if you wanted to.
I'm gonna go. I honestly think the most efficient thing I could do if it pulls off is Vortex Warp. Okay. I am going to target him, and he has to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So he will roll. He rolls a 14. Okay. I assume that will fail, right? So he is going to use his Diamond Soul feature to spend a key point to... Wait. No, yeah, it's been his turn since. Okay. So he's going to use his Diamond Soul feature to spend a key point to re-roll the save.
Okay.
He doesn't need legendary actions. He just is a monk.
Monks! They're crazy bosses.
Yeah, they're very good antagonists.
Yeah.
They stun the shit out of you. If they're level 20, they can just spend key points to re-roll saves all day. All right, but he could still fail. He rolls a 24.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm not quite that high.
All right,
but I am going to run for the detonator.
Okay. Well, the detonator. Oh, that would still be on his wrist.
I for some reason I thought it was out of his hand. Okay, laser? Do I see the laser?
The laser is broken and in pieces.
Yeah, I can put that back together.
One mending spell. Perfect.
I'm going for the laser. Where is it?
You're not
sure.
Oh,
I wasn't here. You're right.
I don't laser over catching.
Yeah. Also, the room is starting to collapse. After this round is complete, y'all are gonna have to.
Yeah, we should probably be heading in the direction of the exit.
Which is right behind you.
So. I do say, I want that detonator. Robin, get him.
Kill him.
Wow, whoa.
It's like that fucking... It's that meme with SpongeBob. We're gonna kill you!
Well, I mean, do we need to exit behind me, or can we exit through his exit?
Well, you don't know where his exit is. It's probably through some, like air ventilation system or something small like that you'd have to be a monk to get through quick enough. The most direct path out is the one right behind.
I can make myself really tiny, but I still think he's much faster than me, and I don't have much hope of that. I start backing towards the exit, but I will be trying to cover everyone's retreat.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like, just inside the doorway, but weapon raised.
Okay. All right, you guys start to run out of the room. Cyborg and Raven, you immediately can get out. And the rest of you are running. The lights only very infrequently illuminate your path as things start to crumble around you. Rocks and gears and other parts of machinery crash down around. You're running. Robin, you're running along, and a piece of the floor that you're running on starts to like break in and collapse. It seems this whole thing is just going to collapse at floor and ceiling. The thing starts to basically this long piece of like stone in the floor starts to bend up as you start running up it. Also, like, are you trying to pursue Slade, or are you trying to get out?
No, Robin already yelled retreat.
Okay, so fair enough. So you start running up this thing and you jump off the end of it. You're not sure if you're gonna, like, things are collapsing so quickly, but Starfire, you are there as well. You see him jump off the end of this thing. You can easily grab him.
Yeah, I'm
Robin doesn't even go for a grappling hook. He just reaches his hand out.
Yeah, I take it and I grab him and I carry him.
All right, you start to you pull him to safety. Beast Boy, you with your various animal or elemental forms can very quickly get out of it.
I definitely activate my rocket boost so I don't fall through anything.
All right, you guys flee out of this area into the greater sewers and then into the city above, as this whole portion of the sewers just sort of collapses. Later on the news, it would seem that like there was some sort of collapse in the sewers and a whole portion of the road caved in, but it was never truly known fully what happened there, at least not by most people. But you guys escape successfully. And you're not sure now what has become of Slade. But if he still is in possession, it would probably be prudent in your mind, Cyborg, to get these probes out of you guys as quickly as
that is a goal. Gosh, is there any chance of searching through the rubble for some of his tech?
Cyborg,
it's
let it
probably
go.
all crushed.
Like the technology could have been mine. It's okay. It's okay, my little friends. I'm going to take you out of me and reverse engineer you. And we're...
Oh my god.
Jesus.
All right.
So weird.
You guys get
Cyborg,
back.
we need more human friends.
You guys get back. Stop. You guys get back to the tower, and a few hours pass when you successfully extract all the probes out of everyone's bodies. It's just the last of you. It is so Raven, you it's the last one. He takes off the helmet. You have all these suction cups sticking to your face that you can pull off if you want to.
Okay. I guess I do that.
You do that. There's this sound as you pull them off, and you just kind of, you're sitting there, I assume, looking kind of annoyed. And you guys have finished extracting all of the probes, and so you are 100% safe from that.
I just hold up a jar and toss it from hand to hand, and you probably don't see much in there, but you're like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, it just looks like maybe a jar with like a thin film of dust. I don't know.
Hey, Robin, go on.
I'm going to tackle hug everyone.
Cyborg.
What was that, Beast Boy?
I'm going to tackle hug everyone.
Aww.
Aww.
as a big rock elemental. Crash.
No, I'm Beast Boy, I think.
Yeah. So as you guys stand there, Beast Boy, as you're hugging them, the thought that kind of like these are the things that jump into your mind quickly. This is the free knowledge that comes to you, whereas like Cyborg might get free knowledge about tech or something like that. You immediately go, oh, we should like this is a moment where um well, I mean, you're all kind of thinking, even Raven, you're pretty much thinking like this feels like a big victory, getting them back and stopping Slade. Like he was trying to do something really, really horrible, and you stopped him and you got your friends back. So even in your heart, Raven, you feel like this desire to celebrate, which is not usually how you feel. Usually, like you want to go read a book after you guys are done with the mission. So, yeah, you could express that if you wanted to, but you don't have to.
Yeah, is anybody making any sort of celebratory plans or anything?
Oh yeah. We are making all the plans.
I walk up to everyone and I'm just like, so should we get some pizza?
I could really go for some pizza.
Oh yeah.
I want pizza.
Pizza sounds great. As you guys start immediately thinking about pizza, you start so the three of you, Cyborg, Raven, and Beast Boy, yeah, you start they start talking about pizza. As happens whenever you guys talk about food, it becomes a like Beast Boy wants to order a bunch of like the gross vegan or the gross vegetarian stuff, tofu pizza
Vegetables,
or whatever,
tofu, onions.
and you
Green
and
peppers.
Cyborg, you're a little like, oh my god.
You know what, Beast Boy? We can have your tofu pizza. A few slices. The rest of it are mine.
Can't we just get half and half?
It's a dream come true.
As those three are kind of discussing that, there's this moment where they're kind of like talking, trying to make compromises, but really also kind of arguing a little bit still about what to do for food. There's a moment where Robin and Starfire, you kind of look to each other. You're a few paces away in the main room there of the tower. You seem to have a few moments to yourself if you'd like to talk about anything that's happened.
Yeah, I think I've been maybe nobody particularly but Robin may have been able to pick up on it, but like I haven't really released the tension of the mission quite yet.
Yeah,
I'm still kind of on edge, and I look kind of nervous as I approach him, and I say, I am glad you are safe, fellow Titan.
I'm sorry to put you through that again.
There was a moment where I thought, I have a question and I want you to answer me honestly.
Sure.
Did you intend to destroy Slade?
No. He's, as much as I don't want to admit it, he's much like me. And, there's ways to avoid it. But I wanted to make a statement to him and really any other villain that this team, and I kind of look over to the two of them arguing about pizza, we're stronger than we look, especially together.
Whether I realize it or not, my eyes have started to tear up, and I just release all of that and hug him.
And I hug her back.
And I say, I was really afraid that I was losing you, that we were losing you.
I promise you'll never lose me again.
And in that kind of a emotional moment, you guys kind of then start to laugh again as the other gaggle moves towards you. Robin, what do you want your pizza monster is? Like, I think, like, Robin, you decide what pizza we get.
You know, I always like plain cheese, and you guys never want to go with that.
What is anchovies?
Oh, no anchovies.
No, she would like that.
Here, you can have a slice of Beast Boy's tofu and just pick the tofu off.
Extra sauce.
Raven follows them while reading a book.
Hey, Robin!
Come on, try the tofu. You'll like it.
Robin, do you want to have a long flight over the bay later tonight?
What?
With you?
I got these. I got rocket boots, and I like to use them with friends.
Those were pretty cool.
Okay, now you just make me think it's weird. Never mind. I'm gonna go.
Listen, I'm going.
Even if they
tonight...
ride each other over the bay, you can ride me over the bay.
Whoa!
Robin just kind of like freezes, like shakes his head,
and that's where the episode pans up to the sunset or whatever.
So, anyways, guys, I can catch fire now.
We could use
Okay.
cartoon closes it on his head.
All right, great episode, everyone.
We're not dead.
Well, we almost killed Slade.
I feel like I barely did anything that whole episode.
Yeah, a lot of that episode, I feel like for several of us was like preparing for a lot of hypotheticals, but not really ending up having to deal with them.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, man, do I
listen.
want to use a spell slot? Will I have time to use another one? You know, I only have 2. Yeah, I barely got to use 1.